What's up, world? It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for another tip for the Grow a Meal, Share a Meal campaign. So let's talk about how we know when it's time to plant. First thing, we need to understand our frost date. For this specifically, the last frost date. That's when you can expect to see your last frost or freeze for the growing season. Don't just go straight off the day that you see. What you're going to want to do is add a couple of weeks to that day. Next, we need to pay attention to the soil temperature. A lot of our spring and our warm season crops, they need warm soil in order to germinate and in order to prosper and thrive. So just because it's 75 degrees outside, that does not mean that our soil temperature matches. If you want to help jumpstart the process or speed up that process, then you can cover your garden, whether it's a raised bed, a container, an in-ground garden, cover it with a tarp. This way, when the sun beats down, it helps retain that heat down on the soil and warm up the soil in our garden a little bit faster so we can get out there and get to planting. Also, we need to make sure we have a planting schedule. It'll tell you when the ideal time to plant, whether that's direct seed or plant our transplants into the garden. So once we know about the frost dates, we understand soil temperature, and we have a planting schedule, now we can get ready to plant. We need to figure out, are we gonna plant everything at one time, or are we gonna do this in waves? It really depends on what it is that we are growing. So for things like lettuce or other leafy greens, I try to practice what is called succession planting. Succession planting is where you stagger your plantings. So I would seed lettuce the first week of the month, then I would come back and I would seed lettuce again the third week, and I would follow that every 2-week schedule. So that way, I'm not bombarded with a massive harvest all at once. I'm able to have a continuous harvest throughout the season. But when it comes to the other things in the garden plans that you can find at puregrowthproject.com, the things like the herbs, our squash, our tomatoes, our peppers, I like to get all of those in all at one time. As always, for more information about these garden plans or this interactive challenge that we're taking part in, you should head over to puregrowthproject.com. And to stay up to date on everything related to this project and more, you should be following Pure Farmland's all social media accounts and all of the Big City Gardener social media accounts as well. Until next Tuesday, have a great day, and just grow it like the t-shirt says.